Hello and welcome to Let's Play XCOM Chimera Squad, with me, Voltage McGammer. I decided to pick this game up because it reminded me a lot of the older games that I played on my older channel, like Fire Emblem and Final Fantasy Tactics. Except, it's nothing like those. It is a grid turn-based strategy. It has several elements that make it unique compared to those two. But enough about the old, let's get on with the new. I'm going to be leaving this game on very basic, very normal, very default, not hardcore settings. I'm not having it on Iron Man or hardcore, because you never know when something could go wrong in this game. This game is a little bit buggy. A little bit buggy. It might glitch, it might stall, it might crash. I'm going to leave the tutorial on, so that people who do not know XCOM can get a little bit of familiarity with the series, and kind of get into the theme of how this playthrough is going to go out. And I'll leave subtitles on for people who have difficulty hearing.
Two minutes out.
Hey, Godmother. Is this like the old days? XCOM swooping in and taking it to the bad guys?
I wouldn't know. I spent most of the war training resistance networks.
Like mine. And for your many, long years of service.
Watch it.
XCOM attaches you to an untested squad and pushes it into the field before it's ready. How is this not like the old days?
I'm just happy to be here. I missed out during the war. Wish I could have pulled my weight.
For which side, exactly?
I find that very hurtful.
Sure thing, Advent.
We are through the checkpoint.
I was never actually Advent.
But they were fitting you for a blocky helmet.
Stow it, both of you. We're here. 3-1 PD gave us the all clear. Grab your gear and prepare to move in.
Comic style cutscenes. Flavor, style, I like it. So yes, humans, aliens, XCOM.
Whisper, what's your status?
And what's Verge's ETA?
Comms are working, obviously. Verge is en route.
How? Verge can't drive.
He hailed a cab.
To a hostage situation?
Focus. Whisper, any surprises in the next room?
A handful of hostiles, unaware of your approach.
Chimera Squad, take positions. Prep for breach.
Okay. We always begin the encounter by kicking down the door. Every time.
Stay behind me.
I can tab to cycle through people. I can enter to shoot them. Because this is a tutorial, these first shots just can't miss. But there's still some enemies
Hello.
left.
I am Mayor Nightingale.
Is that our hostage?
Welcome to City 31's Memorial Museum.
It's just a recording.
As I often say, the lessons from our past inform the present.
Blah, 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 history.
Focus.
Okay. Turn order. Grid. Movement. 2 moves. It all makes perfect sense to me. So if I go here, should be able to just blast the guy standing in the corner. Or I can try to blast this guy who's right here. Nope.
How did that miss?
Neutralizing.
Oh, I miss him, but he hits me. Fair. Nope. Controls? Okay, there we go. Camera?
Target down.
We're doing it. Somehow. Maybe if I go all the way out in the open, I'll have a nice clear shot to be able to get him.
Take that! Clean hit. You see this?
Huh. Interesting.
Contact!
Clear.
George. What took you so long?
Had to unpack a breaching charge.
Good man.
Not exactly.
You know what I mean.
I always do.
So creepy. Don't ever change.
Verge, form up. Any hostiles in the next room?
Yes, I can feel them.
Guns are nice, but it's also sometimes nice to have superpowers and psionics. XCOM loves its psionics. Doors. This door is bad. This door is good. For one person. So I'm gonna put the person with the lowest damage on this door, and the people with the highest health on the other door. So, you have a gun, you have a tiny little pistol, you have a shotgun, you have a SMIG. Go!
Breaching!
We shall move in.
Alright, let's see. Surprise, surprised. Oh, you need to die. I missed! You need to die. Okay, is anybody else surprised? No, you're alert. You gotta go. Let's see. Surprised. Also alert. Darn. Well, I don't really have a good chance of hitting either of them, really. Be a shame to miss my bonus damage, but you know, I gotta try. Not taking damage is the best outcome I can hope for. Every agent also has its unique stuff. Alright, what is the range on your scatter shot? Not that big. It is, after all, a shotgun. I can destroy a lot of cover with it. The enemies don't have Overwatch. I can also try to knock them out. If I do that, I'm going to take damage. So let's not do that. Let's see, you go next, then you go. So let's take out the guy who goes next first. If I go over here, I'm going to not have cover against the other guy. But I will be able to hit this guy here. Unless I get that 3%. Okay, who goes next now? You? I see. I don't think I'm going to be able to do anything about him. I could just hope I get a subdue on. I don't think this is actually going to do the 3 damage. I think this is going to do 2 damage. But you know what? I'm going to try.
Another call
It worked!
for the medic.
Alright, let's see. You can't see him. That could be a problem. I'm gonna get right down next to his face, and then get him with the stupor. We need that crowd control. Actually, Battle Madness. No, let's not do that. I'm the nearest target. You sure do get to do nothing. Never mind.
I am hit, but still standing.
I did that poorly. I should have been behind
Stay
cover
down
before
until
doing
you're
that.
good.
Oh well. And your melee is just better.
Book 'em.
And they all heal a little bit between doors because I have that option on.
Set up the breaching charge.
I do like to make an entrance.
Okay. So you have to go first, and then everybody else can go.
Wait, hold. Hostage confirmed in the next room.
We need more than that.
3-1 PD has a live feed. Patching through.
If you surrender, I will advocate leniency.
Enough. This exhibit, it is about XCOM's role in our liberation.
I see you read the placard.
It doesn't say how they went soft and got weak. Now, it's up to us to light the spark.
He's holding a detonator.
Go, now!
Making a path.
Oh, the game tried. Okay. Surprised. Surprised. Alert. 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 Okay, that's a lot of alert. Let's see. 50, 58. I gotta go for some of those 50s. That's not how guns work, but okay. You get that one? Sure. Nice. If you could just get all the ones that are alert, that would be wonderful. Nope. That was a shotgun from pretty long distance, so that kind of makes sense. But I gotta try.
Mayor Nightingale, I'll protect you.
Gotta keep the VIP alive.
Terminal, stabilize him.
On it.
Verge, with me. Protect the mayor.
Confirmed.
Scripted death to teach you about how death works in this game. It's a lot like Final Fantasy Tactics. So let's see. Can I use safeguard? No. It has to be stabilized. Gremlin stabilize though, because it's her. She doesn't have to go over and get exposed in the open. Which means now I'm free to just shoot. Let's see, you go earlier.
You see that?
Let's see, do I have two people who go before them? Yes. I can knock this guy out, but... yeah, let's go for it. I said, let's go for it. From here. Nope, that didn't quite work.
Hostiles still up.
Can I stupor the other one? No, you can't see it. Well, I want to subdue. It must be done. Even if you get a wound, I need this intelligence.
Hostile is under arrest.
Who's getting hit? I see. The answer is no one, but potentially everyone. However, their range only goes out to the threatened squares. He must have really poor eyesight. So let's just get out in the open and get through some of that armor.
Barely got through the armor.
Let's
Good
see.
effort.
Was that enough to... How much damage is this gonna do? This will kill him. Can I subdue him? Or that... No, he got stunned. Or dazed or whatever. Let's try this. I said, let's try this. Bonk.
Failed to subdue.
You may have failed, but now I can succeed. Bonk.
Subdued the hostile. Chimera, are you still with us?
Yeah, I think so. Only thing injured is my pride.
And your diaphragm. And a few ribs.
None of this should have happened.
Most people say thank you.
I'm grateful, of course. But these people don't have the capability for any of this.
Explain.
I read their threat assessment. A month ago, these insurgents were all talk and no capability. The greatest threat they posed was to bottles of alcohol.
Why tell us? Why now?
City 31 shows the world how humans, hybrids, and aliens can keep a lasting peace. I'm the public face of this. Tonight, someone wanted what I represent to go up in flames.
We're not in town for local intrigue.
I know, but right now you're the only ones I'm certain are fighting for that same peace. Can I count on your support?
Yes, ma'am.
Very good. So we got a little bit of wounds. That's not great. We got a little bit of intelligence. That's pretty great. We got guaranteed intelligence if I just captured one more. Shame that. Oh well.
Package delivered to 31 PD.
She truly believes what she says.
That's why she's in charge.
Not too shabby for our first official mission.
Don't do that.
Don't do what?
Celebrate before a mission is complete.
It's bad luck.
That's one way to start a game with a bang. Well, that and also that charge that blew open the wall that caused a bit of lag. Did I mention that this game was a little bit unoptimized? Just a little bit. Maybe if I had a better computer, it would run a little bit better. But you know what? It's doing fine. Question mark. Hopefully just from the tutorial, you're able to see some of the potential of what can be done in this game. You saw Terminal, a healer. You saw Godmother, with her scatter shotgun. Although I didn't use that ability because I wanted to capture people alive. You saw Verge with his psychic powers, which I wish were a little bit better, but you know what, he's level 1, it's fine. And you saw Cherub, who got completely splattered and wasn't able to use his shield. It was scripted. Shame that. He's kind of a healer too, in that he can prevent damage. So that's what the game wants you to start off with. A healer, a guardian, a damage dealer, who can do damage in an area, and someone who can excel at crowd control. A pretty balanced team, but not necessarily the best. Wow, this game sure is taking time loading. It's giving me plenty of time to talk, though. What I plan to do, though, is I am not going to have this be the start of my game. I'm going to have this be the first video inside the playlist, but I'm not going to have this be how I start the game. No, the game is probably going to crash. Oh no. Oh no, don't you dare. Yeah, I'm not playing this game on Iron Man, because it could just decide no.
Tonight, Mayor Nightingale perished in an explosion at City 31's Memorial Museum. The identity of her assailants is unknown at this time. The City Council asks citizens to remain...
So she gets vaporized the same day XCOM sends Chimera Squad to our city? You hear that voice in your head? That's me telling you to wake up!
Despite opposition, Mayor Nightingale's deciding vote brought the Reclamation Agency to the city. Without her support, Chimera Squad's continued presence is an open question.
Do you feel that heated intrigue?
Welcome home, Chimera Squad. The director wants to speak with us.
Thanks for getting the mayor killed. Also, you're fired.
That's not helpful.
You're right. I'm sorry.
I'll patch the call through when you're ready.
I followed your action at the museum, and its aftermath.
Director Kelly, I take full responsibility for what happened.
Stop. I sent you to City 31 because I believed you were ready. Tonight, you surpassed my expectations. 3-1 PD requested help within 3 hours of your arrival in the city. You answered immediately. Going in, you were under-equipped and down an agent. You adapted, as we trained you to do. And let's not forget, you rescued the mayor. You delivered her to safety as the city requested. Don't blame yourself for an outcome you couldn't control. Instead, let's focus on what's next.
I set up the map table. Ready when you are.
Head over there. I'll hold. Welcome to City 31. During Advent's occupation, the city was a fortress supporting an active starport. 5 years after XCOM won the war, it's home to aliens, hybrids, and humans alike. There's new industry, self-government, and local agriculture to support the varied populations. Against all odds, this city thrived after the war. There were no retributive attacks.
Until tonight.
We don't know that, not yet, but we can find out. 3-1 PD requested our help sifting through evidence at the Memorial Museum. They lost good officers today. Give them what they need and see what we can learn.
As if that wasn't enough, not only do you have to manage the combat, you also have to manage the city. You have to manage the map when you're not dealing with combat, which is on strict timers.
Your work with 3-1 PD opened a few doors. Here's what we know. A crude plasma bomb killed the mayor. The insurgents had no access to materials for that.
Does that mean they had outside help?
Most likely. There are 3 groups in City 31 with access to this kind of ordnance.
And now you get to choose your enemies. So, eventually you will have to face all 3, but as you go through the game and defeat certain factions, the other faction has more time to prepare, and thus has higher tiered units available to fight against you. So hopefully you better be upgrading yourself and get higher tier so you're ready to fight their higher tier. All 3 of them are fierce and vicious enemies in their own right. All 3 of them have terrible, terrible things waiting for us. Especially that thing right there. For advancing the tutorial, I'll just click on Grey Phoenix.
Grey Phoenix is a group of primarily... Recently?
Director...
True.
From those...
Actually, yeah, you know what? I think I'll go back to the main menu from here. Because that will get to points where I'll actually go and begin playing the game. But I will not be playing the game from the tutorial. No. The tutorial is there for people who need a little bit of background and intro and what the game is all about. Gives you a feel for what's going to happen. I intend to play the game without the tutorial, which gives you the option to choose your starting squad. You can get more squad members as you play through the game, but having certain squad members available earlier on means that you can start advancing and upgrading them right away, which can make them better in the long run. So as soon as the loading screen is done, I'll give a brief overview of what they're all about. So if you go to start a game and you choose to not use the tutorial, which the game gives you a little bit of a warning about, you instead start off right here. I said, you instead start off... Okay, fine, whatever. Let's see if I have time to do a brief summary of the games. XCOM 1, aliens invaded. We won. XCOM 2, guess what? It was a trap. We actually lost. But now we won for real this time.
Tonight, Mayor Nightingale perished in an explosion at City 31's Memorial Museum. The identity of her
We saw
assailant
this.
is unknown.
So, here's our choices. We have Verge, the sectoid. He's psychic. He's able to do good crowd control. He wishes he had more actions. Claymore. He explodes things. You want to hit a lot of enemies all at once? He's your guy. You want to get through walls? He's your guy. Blue Blood. He pretends to have a sniper rifle. No, seriously. He's good. He shares technology with other people who use pistols, but he's a bit of a carry. He's not great in the early game. He gets much better in the late game. Terminal. She can heal. That makes her important. Cherub. He can protect other people and prevent them from taking damage, which powers up his damage, but he can't heal. Shelter. Honestly, I've never used him. He seems like a good, like, crowd control and supportive, like, kind of guy, but, like, I don't know, he's okay. Patchwork. Good at dealing with robots. Good at getting through certain doors and certain types of missions. She's okay. Later, you can be good even without enemy robots. Torque. Snake. Unique biology allows for unique actions, such as wrapping around people, using your tongue to pull teammates and enemies towards you, getting through vents. She's neat. Godmother. Sure has a shotgun. Sure does lots of damage. Zephyr. Sure uses her fists. She's great, but everybody else has to play around her and play by her rules. She can get certain missions done really quickly, She can also rush certain missions to a point where they're practically unwinnable if you go a little bit too fast. Axiom gets out. Hold on. Axiom gets out there, makes enemies go after him, gets real mad, a little bit random, gets very berserk. He can be fun. So those are your options. I get 4 of them. Later I will get another 4 of them. That means there will be 3 people who just don't arrive. If you guys would like to make suggestions on who I should pick, please post a message in the comments. Otherwise, I'll just go with what I feel like going with. So, I will see you all in the next video. Later, agents!